Hello? Okay, I'm getting an echo. Why am I getting an echo? I hate this. Okay, let's share this out. I have to ask people whether they can hear the echo. Do, 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 do. Hate the echoing. I'd just like to know what it's picking me up from. Can anybody hear my voice doubled? Okay, so let's see. 6 panels here. Thought I had this on and it's back. So I'm getting each panel into its own folder here. That way when coloring will be in each panel. Headphones in. Yeah, I think after this, panel 4 I will. Okay, let's put our headphones in. Okay. I still hear myself a little, but not as much. So I don't know why it does that. Maybe if somebody knows, it'd be nice. Hey, Wise, how are you? Long time no see. Am I echoing it all for you? Knows what? Knows what? Did I say? No. Okay, that's good. No echo. Just because I get an echo in my ears, so something is causing an echo for me, but at least it's not causing an echo for you guys out there. Is that coffee floating? I thought you asked if anyone knows something, so I guess it had to do with the echo question. Yeah. Or is he tossing it in the trash can? Is this all your work? Well, I didn't do the drawings. I'm doing the coloring. Right now, I'm separating the panels into each of their own folders for these last few pages. Uh, there we go. Put panel 2 in panel 2. The coffee kind of looks like it's being thrown, or maybe he has powers of. He does not have powers of telepathy. Because he has a coffee in the other, and then he hands it to the Asian guy, right? Um, don't think so. No, right there, they're shaking hands in the last panel. He's drinking it in this panel, but he's very stiff there, and the feet seem very off. And apparently, she doesn't have legs. This arm just looks so. I'm not sure what the right word is. Awkward. It's a sleight of hand. They're secretly, shyly passing the coffee cup to one another. Well, they're not supposed to be. Did you hire someone to do your interiors? Yeah. I was gonna do this all myself, and then stuff with my mom happened. I lost the stuff that I did on my hard drive. A lot of the stuff I did on my hard drive. No, I did hire somebody. Like I hired somebody for, well, the same person as number two, but I'm beginning to regret it. The Canadian coffee barista. Both. And trying to get them to do corrections is like pulling teeth. Yeah, I've tried the to get do recovery through Best Buy, but they couldn't do it. But I'm not sure whether they did the job completely. I don't know. Just some of this stuff is good, but like like uh, on this page, he didn't. Nowhere did he put the Canadian Shield symbol on his chest or the little things, shield emblems on his boots like he's supposed to. He missed putting the mask part of this guy on the back. And then he doesn't seem to be able to keep consistent with stuff from one panel to another. I've mixed feelings on the Best Buy Geek Squad. Same here. And then, oh, actually, here's one that he actually put it on, but it's very, A, it's too high up on the glove, and B, it's not quite right. It should be more. Let me just. Should be. Let's bring this down a bit. Should be more like here and something to that effect. And this was turned into you as a finished project, not a rough job for mock ups. Yep, it was turned in as the finished. And I didn't notice. In fact, I didn't even realize he handed this page in. I forgot about it, and I just realized it when I was going through. It's like, one sec, this page is missing. Then I looked up and saw that it was on there, unless he just put it on recently and I didn't realize he didn't put it on before. And just going over it, I noticed. So it's been a couple months and I didn't notice because I didn't really even look at to see it. I'm not sure. I don't know why I didn't think he thought he had all the pages, but uh, no, no written contract. The book is basically done for the art now. And I got I guess, a very good price, but uh-huh. I know Best Buy was supposed to have opened it up, but it doesn't really look like they opened it up. Okay, so I was in the middle of doing this one. I'm not sure whether I did it off air or off air or not, but I ended up deleting it with what I had done. But okay, oh, what do you say there? This is a digital artist, right? Kind of looks like it's based on the architecture of the buildings. Yeah, it's digital artist. Uh, did Best Buy recover any of the data, or did they not do anything? Ah, crap. No, they didn't recover any of the data. Um, uh, or did they not do anything at all and refund you? Well, I paid 300 initially and they didn't refund that, but they didn't charge me anything beyond the first step. So I think I got gypped in that way. My chat system. No, no, no. Oh, I was just. What do we got here? 11. Oh, I know what I was about to do. I was about to look up. Phone boost. Stereo. Open. Copy image. New from clipboard. Oh, jeez. Copy. Okay. Copy. New from clipboard. I think that is all I really need. Or did I mishear you? Oh, wait. They still charge. Yeah, well, I didn't go in. I went in initially to get it, and I paid 300 when I initially went in. Um, and it they weren't able to do stuff, so it was leveled up. Asked me whether I wanted to level up, and blah blah blah. And each way they level, but in the end they weren't able to do anything, so I never got charged any extra, and I never went in to see whether I could get my $300 back. Probably should have. They probably should have sent it to me automatically or something. I don't know. So they sort of misheard me, but didn't mishear me. I see you are using a TARDIS as reference to do a cameo or request a refund before it gets. Call them tomorrow. Yeah, well, it's been like 4 or 5 months already, so. I thought the consult is usually $75 to $90, depending on the size of the product being troubleshooted. I don't know. You got to remember, I'm in Canada too, so things might be a little different for me than you in the States. I'm not sure what the policies are. 4 or 5. Still won't hurt to ask. Oh shoot, I forgot. And of course, that 300 is 300 Canadian. Still, that's a, I don't know, without doxing yourself, may I ask roughly how close to you are the U.S. border, U.S. Canada? I'm about an hour and a half drive. I'm in Hamilton, Ontario. You know, I've never been shy about telling my city. I don't ever really ever tell my exact address, but city, yeah, I got no problem telling. Oh, I forgot. You're not within driving distance of me. I was contemplating seeing if you could if I could restore the data. Yeah. Are you do how do I put have you do you do that on a regular basis? Are you good at that sort of thing? Okay. Ah, I just did all that on. Oh crap. So sad. And then control X. Control V. Okay. Control X equals undo. No, Control Z is undo. Control X is cut. Hey, Flit, how are you? First autocorrect. You are drawing ice crystals. Working on snowdrift. You are correct. Control that. Okay, so let's see. Thanks, YouTube, for messing up my emote chain. Restore a neighbor's data before an old PC. From an old PC, I've been in the desktop support for 35 years and used to build my own PCs. I still troubleshoot and upgrade my Macs. I would take extra blah blah blah. Yes, I'm almost ready for your input as soon as I get these stupid ice crystals. Are you on page 2 or you still on page 1? Feel for feel for pricing. I would take extra feel for pricing. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Did it again. Wrong where? Sounds like you're working on a spin-off books already. Oh, me? Yeah, technically, yeah. Well, I did an ash can for Canadian Shield, and I'm getting an ash can done for Snowdrift. For the Snowdrift campaign, Snowdrift #2 campaign that I'm doing. Will hopefully be doing in January. Well, I've done a campaign lately for Canadian Shield 3. It was on From My Comic. Now it's on Kickstarter. It was a continuation. I was thinking it might have been a continuation. But I would take extra a feel for pricing didn't doesn't seem to line up. I'm not quite sure what I would take extra feel for pricing. Maybe the A wasn't supposed to be there. between those two parts, you're missing a section laugh out loud. Oh, okay. I guess, what's the name of it? YouTube didn't want to put it in. For whatever dumb reason. Chris, your YouTube would laugh out loud. I'm gonna take the blue and we're forget which. Oh. Okay, layer one is blue. Okay, I'm taking this out here. Layer one. Making that blue there. Making that blue there. And we'll take this color and make that there, there, and there. So there is need to get things real tight for the phone booth, but and put the color in the lettering too, but that would be white. Oh, and of course, again, I put it on the wrong layer. There we go. Rick, am I supposed to send you progress in any dates? And if so, how often? Well, it probably would be good to send me progress updates. I never really thought of it. And I guess how often is oh man. It's gonna say whenever you see fit. Um Trying to think whether panel. Well, you did the basic whole page. I was okay with that. Um, and I need to do some more drawing stuff to figure out stuff for that. But I'm trying to think. That's not a joke. I didn't figure it was a joke, but I just laugh more because it's like um I wasn't not really sure. So you can see here I'm probably I'm figuring it out in my head. I thought general rule is every hour on the hour. Kidding. It is legit question. Some creators will send pages in as they complete them. Yeah. Uh, just trying to think. So where was I, anyways? I was trying to figure. Okay, so we you sent me the preview. I liked it. Um, you went on to do uh make it good. Um, I guess since get a page done, the I guess the thumbnails, if you will, send me that. Maybe I can look at it, or we can look at it together, go over it. Um, Maybe even go over a page at a time before you do it if you want to get on a call with me to figure out what I'm thinking, if I know what I'm thinking, or whether what some ideas that you might have for the page based on what I wrote or didn't write. uh, and come up with, I guess, a concept with what we agree on, or you just come up with a concept based on what I got. Um, okay, and then once we have agreed on, with what you showed me with the concept, I guess it's just when you're done the page. But if you want to send some intermittent ones, I'm not going to say no. Does that help? Or does that answer your question? And I also laugh because, like, eventually I'm going to be running the company and not doing so much artwork. And I gotta actually have answers for questions like that. As I'm getting more and more artists on projects. Uh, I definitely want to jump in a call sometime to plan out the other pages. I just wasn't sure if I was supposed to send you screen caps of my progress. Sent to Devil. You can if you want. You don't have to. I'm not that. I don't need to micromanage that much. Because we jumped on a call. We figured out what we were doing. Yeah, you needed a picture that I hadn't got to you. Like if you need something I haven't got into, yeah, you need to get on my case. Say, hey Rick, you were supposed to get this to me. Why the freak haven't you got it to me yet? I can't go any further without you getting it to me. Shape up or ship out. And of course, if like I'm the other thing is, like if I'm wanting progress and thing, if you're on in the chat, I can say, hey, how things are coming, you know. And I'm only usually worried about stuff like that when I got a deadline too, so or getting close to a deadline. Like I was with what's his Alpha. I was asking a lot of times when he was doing the Shield Ashcan because it was coming up close to various things. I want to make sure to get this first page done ASB, so you have it for launch. Yeah. Well, right now it's looking like launch is probably going to be January. Maybe February. I hope not February, but because I got to get in contact with Dillard. I got to make sure I'm getting the money to pay Dillard. But I got to pay Alpha first. I've paid my artist for the last of the pages for it, and I want to make sure you're paid too. Work out something, like that Amazon wish list or whatever. Hey, Mike, how are you? Oh, I have lots of time. Maybe I can learn how to do cross hatching in the meantime, but probably not. Because this is taking me a little bit longer than I thought, because there's a couple extra pages that I didn't realize were here. Although this is almost all done. As soon as this is done, I got a couple pages. As soon as this is done, I got to go through, make sure his cape is right, do a little correction on the. Oh, I looked into the Amazon thing, and although you can use a fake name, it still reveals your real city and state. Yeah, that's if anybody gets it. I guess you. I've sent something to you once before, and I frankly I forget where. So you can create it just long enough for me to buy whatever off there for you, and it gets sent to you. Then delete the wish list. Why does it have to be so hard to be? Why does it have to be so hard to be anonymous? I don't know. Well, because the government always wants to be able to track you easily so they can tax you unnecessarily. And if anybody wants to hop into the Discord and chat, feel free to in the on air room for anybody that's part of my Discord. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard enough of my retarded voice for at least another 2 or 3 years. What about when what's his name finally gets thing going again? I'm wondering if that'll ever happen to get uh, the game going again. The Final Fantasy game. Ooh, Metal Buffalo. That's never happening. Yeah, the problem is it's getting us all together again to do it. I'm not sure whether we should have stopped. I think it'll happen again. 10 years. But if he actually was able to start it up again, would you be up for it? Flit? I gotta figure out what color I'm doing this thing here. Well, I've asked him every so often, and he's wanting to get back to it eventually. It's just getting all us players rounded up. Dillard goes offline for weeks at a time now. Never admit it, but I feel it's true. Yeah, Dillard is too famous now. We gotta pay him to pay first time. That's something I gotta do too. I gotta do my review on Golden Patriot soon. That explains why I haven't seen Dillard in ages. Heck, he has a off-air group that he seems to be barely in. I think I must be totally out of the loop. Did you guys used to play Final Fantasy group together? Final Fantasy together as a group? Not the video game. Metal. I'm not sure whether you know who he is. The Metal. He did a Final Fantasy role playing game. And yeah, me, Flit, Dillard, and Metal was the DM, and a couple other people that you may or may not know. Yeah, did it together on my channel and Metal's channel. We played it. Yeah, Oh, tabletop RPG. Yeah. Hey, Outcast. How are you? What's up? Okay, so. How's the book coming along? Pretty good. We're down to the last 5 pages. There was a couple page. I got finally got all the last pages, and then unfortunately, I found one or two that need to be done up. That I didn't somehow miss putting in. Eh, um, Obviously, after I'm done all the coloring, I'm gonna go over, do some art changes, have to redo some colors. That's mainly gonna be for the Canadian Shield's cape. Oh, one of the big drawbacks of Krista is it doesn't have the extensive brush support that Clip Studio has. I bet there's a Photoshop brush that could make ice crystals for me. Or even Clip Studio brush. Probably could go and find one right now. Oh, there's a question, Flit. That's something that would probably be. I wouldn't need anything but maybe your email. You want Clip Studio Pro or EX as a payment? Oh, okay, okay, no problem. Oh, I'm not saying you couldn't do the project with uh, Krita. I was thinking, for, I'm not even sure whether I was thinking for before or after or whatever. I just thought of it because, what you said, so maybe it was sort of, but yeah, I don't really draw anymore since I don't know how much drawing I'm actually gonna do after this. I don't know yet if it would even be worth it. Oh, maybe this is reviving you wanting to do some drawing. Well, the Pro might be, maybe the EX wouldn't be worth it, but the Pro might still be worth it. I know it's not quite as full amount of what, for money that we were talking about. Actually, you know what? I did buy it for my cousin, and I just used all she had to do is I think I gifted it to her. I'm not sure how I did it. And she doesn't use it at all. I thought she was really into art once. I thought she would have liked it, did it, but she can't get a handle on the stylus. I gave her my old stylus or my old drawing tablet. Now, sometimes in order for two people to get comfortable with the stylus, they need one of the special screen covers you put over the tablet so it's more feels like more like paper when you run the stylus over. No, it wasn't that for her. It was holding the stylus and stuff around that area. It wasn't because it didn't feel good, feel thing. She just couldn't get the feel of the, for lack of a better word, the holding of it to do stuff. And it was one that you didn't draw on. You drew and you on it, but yeah, what you drew appeared on the screen. It was not, a screen you drew on like I do now. Might actually get this phone booth done. Oh, almost. Oh. Oh man. Oh, normally I go for 2 hours. This took me almost the whole 2 hours at phone booth. So I'm gonna be back on tomorrow night. I am tired. We'll get this panel done here tomorrow, hopefully, and then on to some other pages. So we'll catch y'all later. Bye for now. God bless. Love y'all. Okay, later.